My name is Anthony Crutcher, owner of Clear Spring Yoga Studio. And today this video is an all levels practice. In this practice, we will use props and some modifications so you can work at your level. And I will use props during most of the asanas. So enjoy. Lying on your back, bring your awareness to the left side of your body and the right side of your body. Just noticing how your feet touch the mat. Whether they touch in the same places, noticing the calves, whether the calves touch in the same places. Noticing the hamstrings. Notice your hips. Do the hips feel even? Notice the arch in your lower back. Notice how your shoulder blades touch the mat. Notice your shoulders. Notice the arch in your neck. And then notice how the back of your head touches the mat. Whether it touches more towards the base of your skull, the back of your skull, or the crown of your head. Just noticing your body from the inside. Now rotating the right toes towards the ceiling, push out through your right heel. And relax. Push out through the left heel. Relax. Push out through the right heel, descending the right thigh towards the floor. Noticing the sensations you feel on the right side of your body. And relax. Push out through the left heel, pressing the left thigh towards the floor, noticing the sensations you feel on the left side of your body. And relax. Go one more time to each side on your own. Relaxing and noticing the sensations you feel if there's been a change. And now bending your legs, feet are hip width apart. Imagining your pelvis is a ball. So as you inhale, you're rolling that ball forward, arching your lower back. As you exhale, rolling that ball back, pressing the lower back into the floor. Inhaling, arch the lower back. Exhale, flatten the back. Three more times on your own. Inhaling, arch. Exhale, flatten. And then come to neutral. Interlace your fingers behind your head, noticing if this interlace feels comfortable. If it does, then reverse the interlace so that the opposite little finger is on top. And as you inhale, arch your lower back. As you exhale, flatten the back, lift the head, bring the elbows toward each other. Inhale, release the head back to the mat.
Exhale, release the elbows. Take a breath in between, relax, and then start again. Inhaling, arch the lower back. Exhale, flatten the back, raise the head, bring the elbows toward each other. Inhale, release. Exhale, relax. 3 more times on your own. Extend the arms by your sides, extend the legs. Notice if there's been a change. Now bending your legs again, feet hip width apart. This time bring your arms up shoulder height. Elbows bend, cactus arms against the floor. Rotating your knees to the left, rolling on the outer edge of your heels, of your feet. Push the top knee, the right knee, towards the bottom edge of your mat, and then slide your right arm towards your ear. Come back to center. Go to the other side. Three more times to each side. Arms by your sides, legs extend. And again, just noticing how you feel, if there's been a change in your body. From here, take a belt, bend your legs, belt your right foot, have the belt towards the heel. Extend the leg into the air. Have your arms straight, sliding the arms down so that shoulder blades touch the mat. And then extend the left leg along the floor. Press the left thigh towards the floor, pushing out through the left heel, keeping that leg active. Push out through the right heel of the right leg, spreading the toes. Allowing the belly to be soft. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Take both ends of the strap into your right hand. Rotate the leg out to the right. Extend the left arm out to the side. Only rotate the leg as far as it will go with both shoulder blades making contact with the mat. Turn your head to look at your right hand, left hand if you wish. This is your drishti or focal point. Come back to center. Take the strap in your left hand. Extend the right arm out to the side. Rotate the leg just across the midline to where the foot lines up with the left shoulder. Noticing the sensations in your calf and your IT band. And then rotating the leg on across the body again, only as far as you can go, keeping both shoulder blades in contact with the mat. Turn your head to look at your right hand as your focal point. You always have the option of keeping your head turned towards the ceiling. Come back to center. Take both ends of the strap in your hands. Lift the chest. Chin lifts up. Pushing out through the heel. Leg comes toward head, head towards leg. And release. Extend the legs, arms by your sides. Notice how you feel. And then go to the other side. So legs bend. Belt the left foot. Belt near the heel. Extend the leg into the air. Arms are straight, and then sliding the arms down so shoulder blades make contact with the mat. Extend the right leg, pushing out through the right heel, spreading right toes. Push out through left heel, spreading left toes. Relaxing muscles in the belly, allowing the breath to flow freely. Take both ends of the strap in your left hand. Extend the right arm out to the side. Rotate the leg out to the left. Again, keeping both shoulder blades in contact with the mat. You can continue looking towards the ceiling or turn your head to look at your right hand. Inhale, the leg comes back to center. Take the strap in your right hand. Extend the left arm out to the side. Rotate the leg just across the midline to where your foot lines up with your shoulder again. Noticing again the sensations in the outer leg. And then rotating the leg on across the body, going only as far as you can go, keeping both shoulder blades in contact with the mat. Turning your head to look at your left hand, if that's comfortable. And then coming back to center. Releasing the leg. Arms by your side, noticing how you feel. Then bending the legs, rolling onto your sides. And push yourself into child's pose. We cut here. From child's pose, come to hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide, index fingers pointing forward. Curl your toes under, lift your hips into the air. Coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog.
Begin first by just bending one knee, stretching out through the calf of the opposite leg. Walking the dog, we call it. You might even move your hips, move your shoulders, stretching through the side. First one, just kind of gently warming up here. And then from here, bending your knees so that your shins become close to parallel to the floor. Stretch the mat with your hands. Bring your chest towards your thighs. Keep stretching that front body. And begin to straighten the legs, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, descending the heels towards the floor. You might even lift your toes, spread them, and then place them back on the mat. And then raise your right leg into the air. Bend the knee. Rotate the foot to the left, lifting the knee high into the air. Square the hips and then bring that leg through, coming into a lunge. You can keep your hands on the mat, or if it's more comfortable, you can use blocks. Make sure that your knee is on top of your ankle or a little behind your ankle. And then push out through that back heel, lifting the navel some. Chest moves forward, shoulder blades move back. No tension in your neck. And then hands come to the mat, step back into downward facing dog again. And let's go to the other side. Left leg, raise it into the air, bend the knee, rotate the foot to the right, lengthening through the left side of your body. Square the hips, bring that leg through, coming into a lunge. Again, you may use the blocks. Hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Let's go to the right side again, raising the leg into the air this time. Bring it through, coming into a lunge. Left hand stays on the mat, rotating, starting from the navel and then the chest. Right arm comes into the air. If you have shoulder issues, you might keep that right hand on your hip. Hand comes down. Stepping into downward facing dog. And going to the other side. And then walking your feet forward. Take your feet to the outer edge of your mats and come into a squat. Here we're going to squat a little bit longer, so you may take a block and set on it. Elbows in front of your knees, chest lifts. And then from here, lifting the hips, rising up, come to standing. Standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes can touch, they don't have to. Outer edge of your feet are parallel to the outside edge of your mats. Pressing on the mound behind the big toe. Pressing on the outer edge of your heels. This is a way of lifting your arches. Keep your knees soft. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, broaden collarbones, and then release your shoulder blades down. So imagine you're draping a shawl over your shoulders. Lengthen through your necks. This is Tadasana. We look for these elements in any of the asanas that we do. Finding this ease and stability. From here, inhaling your arms up, arching back just a little bit. Exhale, fold. Lift into your flat back. Let's do three-part Uttanasana. Bring your index fingers, middle fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and fold. You can use your arms for leverage here. Inhale, lift into your flat back. Bring your palms underneath your feet. Palms are facing up, fingertips pointing towards your heels. Roll forward onto the balls of your feet, pressing your fingers into pressing your toes into your hand. Lifting the hips. Lift into your flat back. Turn the palms face down, palms facing the floor, fingertips pointing towards your heels. Push the inner elbows forward, lift the hips, release the chest towards the floor. And then releasing. Hands to your hips, Tadasana feet, soften the knees, lift the chest, and Tadasana. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Lift into your flat back, this time coming into Utkatasana chair pose. So sit as though you're sitting, squat as though you're sitting in a chair. Lift your chest. Bring the arms up. Release the shoulder blades. Reach through the skin of the palms of your hands. Press on the outer edge of your feet and then squat a little deeper and lift the chest a little bit higher. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Nice full deep breath. Palms together in front of your hearts. Arms by your sides. Tadasana, and again, just notice how you feel. stepping the right leg back, turning. Outside edge of the feet parallel to the outside edge of the mat. Hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the mat underneath your shoulders. Establish those Tadasana feet again, pressing on the outer edge of your feet. Lift the chest. Descend the chest towards the floor. As the chest moves down, hips lift up. Walk your hands back so that your fingers are even with your toes. Elbows, shoulders, elbows are underneath your shoulders. Wrists underneath your shoulders. Now bend your knees as though you're sitting on a huge beach ball. And then bring your chest a little bit closer to the floor. And again, re-extend the legs. You may not straighten them all the way, and that's okay. Breathing. Lift into your flat back. Hands to your hips and rise up. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, bring the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Keep the arms relaxed. Soften your knees. Fold forward. Begin to raise the arms without pulling them. Raise them as high as they will go, relaxed. And then begin to straighten the arms and bring them overhead. Inhale, rising up. Keep the fingers interlaced. Bend your knees. Lean back. This time squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other and lift your chest towards the ceiling. And release. Release the hands. Step your feet together, center of the mat. Close your eyes. And just notice how you feel. From here, stepping your feet out wide. Turn your right foot forward. Bend the front knee. Press on the outer edge of your back foot, moving the heel back towards the back edge of your mat. Bring the arms up. Shoulder blades release. Focusing on your right fingertips. Checking in with your torso, making sure you aren't leaning forward, but trying to keep the torso perpendicular to the mat. Lift up the front heel. Drop the right hip a little bit more towards the floor and then release the heel. Straighten the legs. Arms come down. Parallel your feet. Let's go to the other side. Left foot turns forward, right heel, lift it up, push it back, drop it down. Bend the front knee. Pressing on the outer edge of that back foot. Torso lifts, arms come up, shoulder blades release. Focusing on the left fingertips. Be mindful of where this back arm is. The tendency will be for it to drop. Try to keep it even, parallel. and even with the front arm. Make sure your knee tracks over the toes and don't roll in. Straighten the legs. Parallel the feet. Step your feet together. Standing again in Tadasana, coming back to center. And just notice how you feel. From here, stepping the feet out wide again and have a block this time. I like practicing with the block on the highest position. Bring the block to the inside of your right foot, bend the front knee. Bring your right hand to the block. And here for stability, you're pressing your knee against your arm against your knee. Pressing on the outer edge of that back foot. Rotate the thigh out. Think of lining up your back knee with your toes. Lift your chest. Rotate the navel to the left. Rotate the chest to the left. And then bring that arm gently up towards your ear. Rising up. Parallel the feet. Let's go to the other side. The left foot turns forward. Block to the inside of the foot. Right heel lifted up, push it back, drop it down. Right knee bends. Hand to the block. Pressing on the outer edge of that back foot, rotating the knee so it lines up with the back toes. And then lifting, rotating that navel to the right, chest to the right, and then bring the arm up. You can look to the side, or you can look towards the ceiling. It's your choice. And rising up. Parallel the feet. Step your feet together again. Checking in. Noticing how you feel, the effects that this asana has had on your body. Stepping the feet out wide again. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right foot turns forward, left heel, lift it up, push it back, drop it down. Reach towards the ceiling, and then reach forward towards the front of your mat as you move the hips to the left. Bring that hand down to your shin. Lifting the chest. Rotating navel, rotating chest to the left. Pressing on the outer edge of that back foot again. Rotating that knee, back knee, to line up with your toes. Top arm then comes up. The tendency here is to pull that top arm back. The object is to open the chest. So the openness comes from the rotation of the navel and the opening of the chest. You can look towards the ceiling or look to the side. If you're really having neck issues, there's no problem with looking down at the floor. Rising up. Parallel the feet. Let's go to the other side. rising up. Parallel the feet, step your feet together, and again, just noticing how you feel. From here, stepping the feet out wide, turning the right foot forward, bending the front knee, coming into a high lunge. From the high lunge, hands to the thigh, left elbow, rotating your navel to the right. The left elbow comes to the outside of the right thigh. Palms come together in prayer, pushing out through that back heel for stability, lifting the back thigh. Release it. Let's walk the hands to center and go to the other side. Back to center. And wide leg forward bend. Pasarita Pradottanasana. Lifting into your flat back. Hands to your hips, rise up. Step the feet together, Tadasana. From here, take a block. Have it at the front edge of your mat on the right side. Stepping your feet out wide. Turn the right foot forward. Coming into a lunge. Have the block 12 inches in front of your right foot. From the lunge, step the back foot forward. Bring your hand to the block. Left hand to the hip and begin to lift that left leg into the air. And then begin to open the hip. Think of rotating your foot to the side, opening the chest. From here, this is half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. You can either stay here, you can bring the arm into the air if you wish. And releasing. Parallel the feet. And then let's go to the other side. Into your lunge. From the lunge, take a step forward with the back foot. Left hand to the block. Hand to the hips. Lifting the right leg into the air. You can always continue looking down at the floor. Begin to open the hip. Open the chest. You can look to the side if you wish. Bring the arm into the air. And then releasing. From here, let's come to the front of the mat. Lifting to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms together. Tadasana. Inhaling, the arms come up. Exhale, fold. Lift into your flat back. Exhale, this time step into plank, Ardha Mukha Dandasana, staff pose. pushing out through your heel. Coming into plank. Hands are wide, hands are underneath your shoulders, shoulder blades release back, pushing out through the heels, lifting the thighs. From here, coming into downward facing dog again. From downward facing dog, right knee comes to the mat, left leg comes out to the side. Make sure your right knee is underneath the right hip, left heel lines up with the right knee. Lengthening through your left side, hinging forward, back of the hand comes to your shin, and then bring that top arm up and over. Relax the top arm. And then as you inhale, lift the chest a little. Rotate your navel and chest to the right. And then extend your arm, breathing into the right side of your body. You can look forward, or you can turn your head to look towards your arm. It's your choice. Inhale, releasing. Coming back to hands and knees and going to the other side. Right leg comes out to the side, left knee under left hip, right heel lines up with left knee, reaching through the left side, right side, hinging, back of the hand to the shin. Top arm comes up, but keep it relaxed. Lift the chest, rotate the navel, rotate the chest to the left a little more, and then extend the arm. Breathing into your left ribs. And releasing. From here, let's come to sitting. Legs extended. Setting in Dandasana staff pose. Bring your left foot to the left edge of your mat. Bend the right leg in. Squaring the hips to line up with that extended leg. And then arms come up, fold forward. Here, if you have really tight hamstrings, you can set on a blanket to lift the hips, relieve stress on your hamstring. You can also use a strap instead of holding your foot. Now bend your knee just slightly. Pull your heel back towards your hip. And then lean forward a little bit more. And now release the leg towards the floor. And release. Extend the legs. Dandasana. And then we go to the other side. Right foot to the right edge of your mat. Left leg bends in, turning the chest to line up with that extended leg. Again, lengthening, exhale, fold. Bend the knee slightly. Pulling the heel back towards your hip, release the chest towards the leg, and then release the leg towards the floor. And releasing. Extend the legs. Dandasana.
Bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Left arm wraps around the shin, right hand behind you, pushing out through the heel of that left foot, pushing into the mat with the right foot. Lengthen the spine, rotate the navel to the right, chest to the right. Re-extend the leg, pressing into the foot. Lengthen the spine on your inhale. On the exhale, rotate navel, rotate chest. Move the shoulder back and down. And then turn your head to look over your right shoulder. And releasing. Extend the legs. Dandasana. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. And now going to the other side. Left leg, foot to the outside of the right leg. Right arm wraps. Left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen through that right heel. Pressing into the left foot, lengthen the spine, rotate navel, rotate chest to the left. Re-extend through that right leg, pressing into that left foot, lengthen, rotate a little bit deeper. Release your shoulder, turn the head to look over your left shoulder. And releasing. Extend the legs. Dandasana. Then bending your legs. Finding your balancing point. Legs can stay bent, or you can straighten them, release the arms. Remember lifting the chest, shoulder blades, resting on the ribs. And releasing. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Extend the legs. And forward fold. Again, bending the knees, pulling the heels back, release the chest towards the legs, then release the legs. Release it. Dandasana. Notice how you feel. From here, lying on your stomachs, then arms by your sides, reaching through your legs, coming into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Reaching through the legs, lift the chest, raise the arms, raise the legs. Do not bend the legs as you lift them, keep them straight. You also have the option of interlacing your fingers, bringing the shoulder blades closer together. And releasing. Bring your hands underneath your elbows. Reaching through the legs again.
Lift the chest, moving the chest forward. Straighten the arms. Shoulder blades move back, pressing into the top of your feet. Lift the knees off the mat. Neck is soft. Upward facing dog. Releasing. Bring your hands so fingertips are even with your shoulders. Forehead on the mat. Again, reaching through the legs. Tops of the feet press into the mat. And this time, allow the hips to become heavy, dropping towards the mat. Lift the chest. Shoulder blades release back. Sternum moves forward. Cobra pose. And releasing. Curling the toes under, rock your heels from side to side. Rest your foreheads on the back of your hands. And then bend your legs. Move your legs from side to side. Release the legs, push into child's pose. And then from here, lie on your backs. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms facing down. Bend your knees towards your chest. And then hug your knees into your chest. Keep the knees bent, bring the arms out to the side, palms facing down. And rotate your knees to the right. Bring your knees up towards your arm. Extend the legs. Keep pressing up through the legs. Keep the legs strong. And begin to rotate your navel to the left. Won't go very far, but the idea is to get the chest a little more open. Then the knees, rotate the knees back to center. Let's go to the other side. Rotate the knees to the left. Knees come towards the arms and then extend the legs. Continue extending through the legs. Gently rotate the navel to the right. Bending the knees, rotate back to center. Gently hug your knees into your chest, chest to knees. Feet come to the mat. Knees are bent. From here, coming into bridge pose.
so feet are hip-width apart. Pressing into the mat with your feet, pushing the knees forward towards the bottom edge of your mat, lifting the hips. Shoulder blades move toward each other. And you can either keep your hands on the mat with the arms straight, pressing into the mat and lifting your chest towards your chin, or you can interlace the fingers, see if you can nestle those shoulders a little bit closer together, pressing the arms into the mat, pushing your knees towards the bottom edge of the mat, lifting the chest towards your chin. And then coming onto your tiptoes, releasing the pose from the top of the spine, rolling down to the base of the spine. Gently hug your knees into your chest. From here, do something that feels good to you. You can rotate your knees in a circle. Or you can do happy baby pose. Do something that feels good to you. And then extend your legs, arms by your sides. And Savasana.
thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful in your practice of yoga. Remember that the practice should always be mindful, that you should always be aware of what your body is telling you. Never pushing, only being guided by your breath and the sensations that you feel in your body. Continue to enjoy this practice. Palms together at heart center. May you have good health. May you have safety. May you have happiness. May you have peace. Namaste.